The following portion of Daytime Tri-Cities is sponsored by Evans & Evans Real Estate. Welcome to this week's edition of Real Estate Today, brought to you by Evans & Evans Real Estate. Cannot wait to show you this beautiful home here in Unicoi. But first, we've got a little information for everybody. We are here now with Realtor Dillon Hoyle. And Dillon, thanks so much for meeting us out here today.
Yeah, of course. Glad to do it.
Well, first of all, sounds like we're continuing to see a very tight market, not seeing any real change that way.
No, it seems like it gets more and more competitive every week.
So lots of competition for buyers, and you were telling me that's why it's no longer really just about the selling price and the price that you've agreed upon. It's about putting together a good package.
Yes, exactly. To get an edge as a buyer, you really want to put, there's all kinds of language we can put into the contracts now. Like you said, it's not about the purchase price only anymore. We can put all kinds of different clauses, contingencies. A lot of folks are wanting temporary occupancies to stay in their homes after they sell it, because it's hard to find another home after that. So we're trying to use all kinds of clever tricks to win houses for our clients.
So I would imagine too, that's why it's so important to have that relationship with your realtor.
Exactly. Yeah, you want to have a realtor that knows the ins and outs of the contracts, how to make it more appealing. If you can't get there strictly off purchase price, how to sweeten the deals in other ways. And also, if you're a seller, you want to be represented by a good agent, because once you get all those offers coming in, you have to have someone that has the knowledge to sit and explain exactly what they are, because the purchase price doesn't always dictate the value of that contract. You got to look at it, like you said, as a package deal.
Yeah, a lot of times you hear about the financing and how that sort of plays a role.
Yes, so the financing, all the other contingencies like we talked about, the timelines in them, the inspection dates, those types of timelines, all those play a big part in the value of that contract.
And one of the things, when we're talking about the purchase price, it seems like too right now a lot of homes will be listed at a price, but those offers are coming in over and above the asking price.
Oh yes. If it's a quality home at all in our market, it's going to be so competitive. There's going to be so many folks lined up to get it that it just pushes that price up.
And you only get one shot.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you don't want to be at the closing table thinking, man, did I leave some money on the table? Or be a buyer and miss out on a house and think, maybe if I had a better realtor, just better advice, a better grip of what's going on.
Well, certainly a lot of good information for somebody out there that is looking to buy a home. And speaking of that, we've got a beautiful home coming up a little later on in the show that we are going to give you a tour of. It is right here in Unicoi, beautiful backyard and property. That's coming up, so stay tuned for that. If you would like to get a hold of Dillon, you can do so right here at the number on your screen. You can also find out more information on the website, evansandevanstn.com. The preceding portion of Daytime Tri-Cities was sponsored by Evans & Evans Real Estate.